What's up, everybody? Christian Ballard here, Ballard Sports Media, coming at you with a quick video today. As we get closer to the draft, I kind of want to talk a little bit more about that, share my mock draft a little bit in some videos and stuff. I'm going to try to cut back on some live streams. I just feel like I do that a little bit too much, so I'm trying to take a break from all that. But in this video today, wanted to talk about Joe Burrow and Tua Tagovailoa. No doubt the two best quarterbacks in this draft class. You look at it, it's kind of a toss-up. Who's better, I guess. It's not one of those things where you look at it and say, well, Joe Burrow won the Heisman, so it's not even close. He was the player of the year. He did this, he did that, and he's never been hurt in college. I don't know if that part's true or not. I don't know if any player's ever gone a whole college career without not necessarily like not having an injury, but like, come on, at some point you like have one of those moments. Even a wide receiver's like, oh man, that hit my hand hard. But anyway, so this debate of who deserves to be the number one pick, I think they both do. And I think when you look at it at this, I think Joe Burrow, you could say, first off, obviously we know that he's right-handed and Tua is left-handed, right? So when you look at it like that, that has nothing to do with the talent or anything, right? Heck, you could play with both hands, just... But, I think, Joe Burrow, and I saw him run a couple times last season. I think he had a couple rushing touchdowns or whatever, but he's not necessarily what you would consider a dual threat quarterback like Tua is. He is mobile though, but not like guys like Tua or Jalen Hurts or whatever. But anyway, the debate of who should be the number one pick in the draft, I don't think we should sit there. It's not one of those things we should sit there and be like, Joe Burrow, and it's not even close. It is close. Now, I think the only reason that the whole tank for Tua thing, which is still a thing, the Dolphins tried to tank for Tua still. Even the Bengals, who got the number one pick, tried to tank for Tua. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this Joe Burrow kid comes along, wins the Heisman, wins the title, sets touchdown records, passing records at LSU, all that good stuff. All the achievements that he had last year, and now it's tank for Burrow or whatever. And you'll see in a lot of mock drafts that the Dolphins are taking Tua at number 5, or maybe they trade up and take him at 3. There's a little bit of talk about the Redskins taking Tua at number 2 because of a new head coach in Ron Rivera, and I think something about like Ron Rivera wants a guy like Tua. I don't know what it is, but even though they just got a guy in Dwayne Haskins last year. So, again, the question is, for me, would I be shocked to see the Bengals pass on Joe Burrow and draft Tua? I say yes and no. I think from this perspective, when you look at it, you look at the Bengals and all the talk about, like, Joe Burrow and everything. I think, like, okay, so if they take Tua, right, are we going to sit there and be like, oh my gosh? It's not one of those things where it's like, oh my gosh, Tua actually went number 1. It's one of those things like, wait a minute, that's not Joe Burrow. Like, I get Tua going number 1, but man, Joe Burrow, you're just going to pass on the guy who won a Heisman and everything. So it wouldn't surprise me to see a guy like Tua go number 1 overall in the draft. But at the same time, when you compare him a little bit to Joe Burrow and how Joe Burrow has a little bit more that he accomplished last year after the season he just had, and you don't take him number 1. So when you look at it like that, it would not surprise me if they skip on Joe Burrow. That's what shocks me. But to see them take a guy like, okay, well, it's Tua, understandable, right? I think you guys get what I'm saying. But so I just wanted to make this video. Who do you think, you know, like, who do you think the Bengals should take? Obviously, I'm sure you guys are going to say Joe Burrow. Would it surprise you if they took a guy like Tua? Do they trade back? Which, I don't know why I asked that question. They don't trade back. Come on. They're not trading. But again, would Tua go number one? Probably. I think Joe Burrow has a slider. There's a slight edge to Joe Burrow because of, I mean, the dude set records at LSU, won a Natty, won a Heisman, did everything possible last year, along with guys, on the team with Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who's in the draft, and Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Thaddeus Moss, all those guys. So again, most likely it will be Joe Burrow number one. But don't sit there with your jaws dropped like, holy cow, Tua actually went number one, as if he's not worthy of it. Because I think Tua is. If you take the injury away, because listen, I guarantee you, if he doesn't get hurt against Mississippi State last year, Alabama was the Iron Bowl. Might not win the division in the West, but there's a case to be made for them making the playoffs, potentially winning a title, potentially at least just making the playoffs in general. But with the injury of Tua, of course it lowered his stock a little bit. And everything that Joe Burrow accomplished raised his stock so high that now he's projected number one to the Bengals. But again, talent-wise, Tua is worthy of the number one pick, in my opinion. You guys let me know down in the comments below. I think, and that's kind of the point I'm trying to make. From a talent perspective, he goes number one, and it's like, okay, understandable. But, man, you pass up Joe Burrow? I don't know. Sorry about that. But anyway, Joe Burrow, most likely number one. But again, don't be shocked if it's Tua, because, listen, he has, and this is what I've heard lately, that he has a better arm, which he does. I think accuracy-wise, it's Joe Burrow. But again, we will see what happens with what the Bengals want to do. Most likely it's Joe Burrow, but again, don't be shocked if Tua does go number one. Anyway, that's it for me. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button if you're new. Really would appreciate it. Comment down below what you think. Should they take Tua? Should they take Joe Burrow? Should they trade? What should the Bengals do with the number one pick? Who do you think is going to go number one? Who's going where in the draft? Definitely let me know. I'll be doing some more draft videos this month, most likely. So as we get closer, try to work on that. So anyway, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, Battle Sports Media, checking out. Roll Tide.